Have you ever prayed for a relationship and then started seeing every call and every message as a sign from God? But what if the thing you called a sign from God was only something your heart wanted to believe? Because sometimes our biggest mistake is not that we fail to hear God's voice. Sometimes it is that we mistake the voice of our own desires for the voice of God. And today, we're going to discover how to tell the difference between the two. In this video, we're going to explore 3 important signs that can help you understand whether this relationship is truly bringing you closer to God's path, or is it simply an attachment that has taken on a beautiful appearance. The first sign: the peace that comes from God is not dependent on one person. Many times, we think that if something is truly from God, it must come with a huge event, a miracle, a clear and undeniable sign, something that leaves no room for doubt. But it does not always happen that way. Sometimes, the first thing God places in a person's heart is a quiet and deep sense of peace. Not a peace that you only feel when a certain person is by your side. Not a peace that comes from running away from the fear of being alone. Instead, it is a peace that remains even in the middle of questions. A peace that reminds you, my worth does not depend only on being chosen by another person. But this is where many people make a mistake, because not every good feeling is a sign that a path is the right one. Sometimes we feel at peace about something simply because we have been waiting for it for a long time. Sometimes the presence of a person fills a certain emptiness inside us so deeply that we stop asking, does this relationship make me a better person? Or has it only made me feel less alone? The second sign: is this relationship building you, or are you slowly losing yourself? There is an important question that many people never ask themselves. Since this person entered your life, what has changed within you? Have you become more peaceful, more patient, closer to God, or have you become more anxious than before? Some relationships feel incredibly beautiful in the beginning. They are filled with excitement. They make you feel special and valued. But after a while, you begin to realize that in order to keep that relationship alive, you are slowly giving up parts of yourself. The things you used to say freely, you no longer say. The boundaries that once mattered to you slowly begin to disappear. The things you loved start to feel unimportant, only because you want the other person to stay. And perhaps the most painful moment is when, one day, you stand in front of the mirror and realize, for someone else to choose me, AB was slowly forgetting who I truly was. But wait, there is a truth here that many people do not want to accept. Sometimes, the greatest thing standing in the way of God's guidance is not the person themselves. It is our fear of losing them. Because when the thought of losing someone becomes terrifying to us, we stop searching for the truth. Instead, we search for reasons to hold on to them. We explain more. We try harder. We justify more. And slowly, we no longer realize, are we truly trusting God? Or are we trying to control everything ourselves? The third sign: sometimes God sends warnings through the people who truly care about you. There is something interesting about us as human beings. When we are deeply attached to something, seeing certain truths becomes difficult for us. Someone from the outside may see something that we are unable to see. A close friend, a family member, someone who simply asks you one quiet day, "Are you really okay?" And perhaps your first reaction is to become defensive. You might say, "You don't understand. Every relationship has problems. We'll figure it out ourselves." And maybe sometimes you are right, but sometimes God uses the people who truly care about you to place a simple question in front of you. Are you fighting for something that gives you life? Or are you only afraid of losing something you cannot let go of. But perhaps the most important sign is not something you see about that person. Perhaps it is something you discover about yourself. Because the real question is not, is this person God's choice for me? The deeper question is, who am I becoming when I am with this person? Because something that truly comes from God will never require you to destroy your true self. It will help you grow. It will bring you more peace. It will transform you into the person God wants you to become. Maybe today you still do not have the answers to all your questions. Maybe you still do not know whether this relationship is meant to stay or not. But perhaps one question can make the path clearer. Does this relationship bring you closer to God? Or has it only comforted your fear of being alone for a while? Because what is easier is not always what is right. Sometimes God removes something from our lives, not because He does not want us to be happy. Sometimes He simply wants us to see something that our emotions were preventing us from seeing. So maybe today, instead of only asking, God, is this person meant for me? Ask yourself, God, who am I becoming when I am with this person? Because sometimes God's answer does not come through a big event. Sometimes it begins with a small moment of peace, with a question, with a truth that you are finally willing to see. If this video helped you look a little deeper into the path of your relationship, maybe it would be meaningful to share it with someone who, these days, is caught between their feelings and making the right decision. Sometimes, a single sentence can bring clarity to something that has been hidden deep within the heart for a long time.